Hello, I have two lovely die sets to share with you today. One of them is the Big Top Carousel, which has already been released and is now being re-released, and I've also got this one, which is the Little Memories frame die set that goes along with it. So I've picked out some really beautiful card there, and I'm going to show you how to make that up and maybe give a couple of extra little suggestions for the frame set, because that can be used in a couple of different ways and it's really pretty. So first of all, I'll say hello from me and hello from Nico, and then we'll just start. This is the huge Carousel die set, and I've already got a video showing you how to make this up completely, how to make the top part, how to make the bottom part with the drawers, everything else in between, and I'm going to link that down below in the description of this video so that you can have a little look there and you'll be able to see how to do the drawers, because in this video I'm actually just going to do the top compartments and show you how to use this little frame die in that as well. So I didn't really want to recap because I know lots and lots of folk have already looked at that other video, but I wanted to give you a few different ideas this time. So maybe if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you could do that and hit the notification bell. You'll also be able to keep up to date with new things, and you'll be able to have a little look back and see some of the other things that I've already done. So thanks very much for that. And also, if you do enjoy it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and leave me a little comment to help me on my way as well. Now, I have used some of these dies first of all, and I've picked out white cards. So I've got white 300 GSM, and I've picked out Coral Luster Pearlescent card and Rose Gold Hearts foiled craft card, and I've gone ahead and done lots and lots of die cutting. But this is the die that you're going to need first of all to make the little compartments, and you'll need to cut two out for each compartment. So I've got that ready right here. I've already burnished all these little score lines, folded them back and burnished along them, because you want a really good crisp edge on them, and even these little pieces here. But you'll turn one the opposite way around from the other, and then these little glue tabs are the pieces that will hold these together here. So you can do this in two ways. I'll show you finished examples actually of both of them just so that you can see. If you put all the glue tabs on the outside, you're going to have a lovely area inside here with no tabs showing, and if you're going to have that visible from the outside, that's the best way to do it. The other way is you can just do it inside, and if you're going to add your little frame across the front of that, it doesn't really matter where those glue tabs are. So I just wanted you to see that there are two different ways of doing it depending on how you're going to finish. So I'm going to put glue down here and here first of all, and slide these both together. So you'll put one in behind there or in front depending on which way you want it, and just hold those together. Make sure it's lined up here and here, and you'll feel it just stop where it naturally stops, where this join is. And then I usually just give it a little press down with my bone folder here, and that gets those edges right together. Now the back of this will be covered up, and it takes a little minute or two for that to grab, just enough so that you can glue these other tabs together. So what I usually do is, being impatient and wanting to get on with other things, I usually just put a little bit of double-sided tape along there, and then I can carry on right away, because you're not going to see that and I don't need to remove the backing of it. Now I just turn this over. These edges are already burnished, and I just need to put glue in along here and on this one and hold these together. The full carousel then, with all these pieces, you're going to have 5 little compartments, so you will have cut out 10 of those pieces, knowing that 2 of them go together to make each little compartment. And now all I've got to do is glue all of these together. So I'll add glue down here, pop this together, and I'll hold that together with little pegs, and then I'll move the whole way around there. When you've got all of that assembled, then you're going to make the little roof. So this part here actually cuts out 2 pieces, and that will fit nicely over here and here. So you will need to cut another 5 of these, and then if you're going to decorate it, you'll use this to decorate, and these little pieces then fit in here. So I have gone ahead and done that, and I have, this is what one of the pieces looks like when it's cut out and decorated, and I've done that 5 times. And all you need to do then is burnish these little fold lines again and glue these together by the glue tabs, and I've already gone ahead and done that. Isn't that really beautiful? I just love those colours. And I'm going to glue that on there, and then it creates the dome effect whenever you have this one on and you put your final piece together on here. Now you'll take this little die, and this is actually the hinge part that holds the little roof onto the carousel part itself. So you'll take 10 of those, fold them along here, and then just glue them along here. So you'll glue this with the fold line facing outwards so that it fits on like that. These will get glued the whole way around here, and then this piece will get glued onto this. I'm just going to go ahead and glue this and have it all ready so that whenever I've finished decorating all the little compartments here, I can slip the lid on. That's it all ready now, and all I need to do when I'm ready is put the glue on here and attach it on there, and then these little pieces will fold down over that. So I set that aside and come back to this piece. So this is the stage now where you could go ahead and decorate this in whatever way you want. You can add little 3D elements in there. You could put the little horse or whatever that's on the carousel in there, right in there at this stage. But I'm going to go ahead now and decorate this with some of the lovely things that you can make with this little memories frame die set. This is the die set opened out here, and it really could not be easier. You've got the main die here, which cuts out this beautiful shape, and all you really need to do is go ahead and burnish all of those, and you can see that quite easily once you've folded those and burnished them, you'll just be adding glue onto those glue tabs and folding them all together, and you'll have a lovely little 3D frame, which you could use for loads of things. Because it's dimensional, you could add it onto the front of a card. You could use it on a little stand. There's a beautiful little stand with it here, but all of the rest of the dies in here, apart from this one, are all decorative. So what you need to remember is, if you're going to put a photograph or whatever it is you're putting inside here, put it on before you assemble all of this. So I have used the square die here. It's not actually square, but I've cut that piece out, and I'm going to go ahead and glue that in here. And then I have used this little die, actually this one with the pinholes on it, because I think it gives a really, really beautiful effect. I've cut that out with the little hearts on, and I'm going to glue that over the front there, and then you can add on whatever other detail you like after that, but I'll show you then how to make the little stand for it as well. So first of all, I want to glue this inside. Then all I need to do now is add glue to the little tabs first of all, here and here and here, and then we'll fold all of these pieces in. These ones with the rounded edges on them are the two long ones that get the glue on, and this one as well, and then they fold inside these other pieces here. And there we are. Now you'll notice whenever you're cutting that, there's a little line here and here, so you'll be able to see that just about on the front of this, and that will give you the area so you know exactly where to put this. Although if you're just centering it, you'll find it quite easily anyway, but it does just come up to that little debossed line, which is just about visible there, and I think that's really gorgeous. The colour combination is beautiful there, but of course you could be adding a little photograph inside there as well, and maybe just putting it into the centre here and leaving some of that coral showing there as well. you've got that made up, you'll see the angle of this here is absolutely perfect for just gluing it straight in there, and it looks really, really beautiful. But I've gone ahead and I've got some others made up here, so these are just the opposite way around from that. And then on this one I've added the little smaller detail in here as well, just for a little change, and I'm going to go ahead and glue these inside my carousel. So I forgot there, but I do actually need to put glue on the bottom and the top as well, because that will make it a much snugger fit. Do remember too, if you've got a directional paper or pattern on the front of this, do remember that you'll have to have them all facing upwards the whole way around there, so that they all go the same way. Now it doesn't matter at this stage when there's only one, I can turn this upside down, but obviously I can't do that if I've mixed them up on the way around. This is the little hinge piece that I've used on my other carousel video, and you can see how I have put it over here to cover all these little edges, but on this one I thought everything was so close together that it wasn't really necessary. But if you prefer to do that, go ahead and do it as well. Check that out on the other video. But what I'm doing this time is I want to show you how this can go together here in just a different way. So I've taken two of the pieces that you would put in the back of the frame here, and I've joined those together with this little hinge. It's slightly longer, so I just trimmed it off at the top and bottom, and now I'm going to glue that in there. And then I have just set the die that I used for the entire piece here and cut out the piece from the top of it here. So it's this piece, and I set this on top of the coral luster card and just cut off that, and that then can go in the bottom here, and that will make me a lovely little compartment. I'll go ahead and do that and then show you how I'm going to add the frame. I've cut out one of these little frames, and you can see I have cut this off just below there and left myself with this little piece. I'm going to glue those tabs on there, and I've got a little frame which will just fit perfectly on there once the glue has grabbed there. Now I can just add glue all around these outside edges and slip that in, and that leaves me a beautiful little compartment that you could add something three-dimensional in. Now you could, of course, obviously have every compartment like this. You could do whatever way you like, or use a combination of them all, and that's what I've done, just a little combination of some different things. Before I do go ahead and add the little roof onto the top of that, I want to add the feet onto the bottom, because it's much easier when that's laid flat. So don't forget, check the direction your patterned paper is going in, turn it on its lid so it's going to be upside down, and then we can go ahead and cut 5 of these out, and then you'll need to cut 10 of these pieces as well. So I've cut 5 of these, and before I've gone ahead to glue them on, I have burnished all the fold lines, and I've added one of these right across the fold line there, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue these on here, and these little side tabs then will connect them the whole way around. Now you can go ahead with the rest of these little pieces, fold them over and just glue them on to these areas, and they'll cover all the joins there as well, and match in with this the whole way right around the little carousel. And now all I need to do is add the glue onto these little tabs here and attach the little roof, and that's it all ready. I've added some really lovely little flowers from that die set all around the outside here, and I've added one on most of them, and then on this one I've added 3 with little crystal drops in the centre. Now I'm thinking, well, of course I would, because if you know me, you'll know I love little cups and plates and saucers and things, fancy little things. And I thought this would make a lovely gift with maybe some photographs or some quotes or something in there. And then really the only thing that I could find that would be small enough to fit in was this gorgeous little cup. So that just fits in there, and wouldn't that make such a, it's hard to show you on camera here, but I will take photos and let you see. Wouldn't something like that make a really beautiful little gift? You could put sweets or chocolates or anything really nice in there, or little flowers or something, and I think that would be really beautiful. Now I wanted to show you a different way of using the little frame as well. So first of all, we'll start off with the basic one, which is making up the little frame in the same way as we did for there. And we've got this beautiful little frame here, which I've added some little flowers onto as well, and it's just as is. So I've then taken the dies that you would use from this little set to cut out the little stand for it. So we've got this outside one, and you can see that there's actually detailed ones there as well, but for the stand itself you're going to need 4 of these and 1 of these pieces. I have gone ahead and cut those out, and here they are. So I have got the hinge here, and I've also got 2 of these in white and 2 in heart patterned as well to go onto the back of this. So first of all I'm going to attach the hinge onto the back here, and we're going to have this one and this one joined together. Now I'm going to put my patterned pieces on here. Obviously I could put patterned on the outside and the inside, but I thought this would look really nice because this is the part that you see from the front. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue these directly on top here. And that's the little stand. It's really easy to make. It's a lovely little thing. And then you just pop that up, and the little, it's like a little easel, and the beautiful little frame just fits right inside there. Now I'll need to obviously take some photos from a different angle for you, but that's how it stands from the top, and there's what it looks like from the front. Isn't that really cute? So you can have that just as it is, or what I've done is I've gone ahead and made another little compartment, which is like the compartments that are for the carousel, and I've slipped the frame inside, and then I've decorated this, and obviously you're going to put your photograph in it and everything before you do that, but that's just another way of having this. So we've got this from the top, and then I've decorated the sides with the little die that cuts out the panels, and that's a lovely little frame there as well. So we've got a 3-dimensional, they're both 3-dimensional obviously, but this one has more depth to it. And obviously you could put the frame on and leave that in the same way that I have here, open like that, or you can have it like this. Now I have one last thing to share with you just before I finish it, and I've gone ahead here. I haven't got the crystal drops in this because I want to work with this one, and I always stick my fingers in them. So I've decorated the front up, and I've put this piece in here, and what I'm going to do now then is just glue one side and the top together. Whenever I published my video on the ribbon key lock little box a couple of videos ago, I had a comment from Dr. Mum T saying that she might put some little scripture verses or inspirational verses and quotes inside, and I thought that would be a really lovely idea to incorporate into this one. So you can see there that I've left this side open, and I thought this would make a really lovely gift. So I have printed out some little scripture verses, and you can see them here. So do not fear, for I am with you. The Lord is my strength and my shield. His mercies are new every morning, and be still and know that I am God. And those are lovely little quotations that might be encouraging for someone. I have printed them out and cut them to 4 centimeters by 3.5. So it's 4 this way by 3.5. This one actually is the other way around. And then I have backed them onto some of the coral luster card, which is 1/2 centimetre bigger on each side. And then I have used the little piece that comes out of here. So each time that you cut this large piece to make the frame, you'll have this little piece that comes out in the centre. And I've backed those onto that. And then onto another piece of coral, which is like this, the same one that you put on the inside, so that it fits exactly in there. Now I have glued those on, and as you can see they're slightly up from the bottom because I find that whenever I pop them inside here, they looked better if they were glued on just slightly above, but you'll know if you put yours in and try it. And there you are, and you can actually pop them all in behind and then just slide one out and use whichever one you want at the front at any given time. But that would make a really lovely little gift, I think. Anyway, I'd love someone to give me a little gift like that. So there we are. That just closes up like that, and those fold in, and that stays nice and neat. And there's your little frame. And that then can go on here as well, and can be on your little stand, and you can change that each day or as you feel like. And now that I've done that, I can go ahead and add my little crystal drops into the centre. Well, that was quite a marathon, because I actually started off thinking I was never going to make the carousel because I already had one made, but I couldn't resist it. I thought it was beautiful and I wanted to make another one. So there we have it. There's the carousel with all the little windows, all the little frames. And I'm also thinking, I didn't say this before, but you could put acetate on those as well if you wanted. And also, if you really wanted, you could put that little hinge piece on there. But just on this one, I didn't think that was necessary. There you are. So that's my carousel. There's my little frame that opens up with all the little quotations inside. The little stand, the little frame that you can use just on its own to put a photograph in. This one doesn't open at all, and then this little more dimensional one there as well. And I've really enjoyed that. It's just a couple of different ideas, and I hope you really enjoy them too. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of that, and also if you would like to give that a try as well. Don't forget to check back on the video to show the full construction of the carousel with the little drawers on the bottom if you're interested in that as well. And also, if you haven't already subscribed, you know, again, I would really love you to do that. And hit the notification bell. It always really helps me if you give it a thumbs up and leave me a little comment as well, and I always appreciate everybody who takes the time to do that. My affiliate links to all of these products will be down below in the description, and it gives me a little commission, but it doesn't cost you anything extra at all. So again, I always appreciate everybody who does that as well. That's all for now, so thanks very much for watching, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye bye.